Velvet Underground, they're in a big studio.
Sitting on the amps, isn't it?
And getting a light and flashing, like they did in their last one. And then sitting on their amps and playing guitars with their hair down. Sterling Morrison stuff.
Yeah. What he's going to do with the videos you use, mate?
Sorry?
What he's going to do with your videos?
They could be on an American TV guy.
They're going on some bizarre compilation. Yeah. Probably be 3 double vision or something.
That. In the first article that I wrote, he said, just 2 different halves to the top of it. Similar, never identical mountain. What's at the top of the mountain you to climb?
I don't think it's the same mountain, is it anymore?
Because their goal is like the Temple of Psychic Youth thing.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing now. I think that they're not sure whether they're being ultra commercial or ultra obscure.
Let's wait and see for the next single or something.
Yeah. I don't know, I've lost interest really.
We've lost interest in music generally, very few things.
Why?
Why? You can't think when it's all around and you get cluttered by it all. You're trying to do something original, you just cut out everything that you don't need and focus on the few that you think you do.
I don't think that psychic TV would be something that we'd be particularly influenced by, one way or the other.
Yeah,
Like you were saying that we weren't really interested in other people's music, especially then.
Like when you left, the music went that simple again. Because when you were in there, it was complicated.
Well, I don't know why that should be. They were changing a lot, and it was because they were changing that we're there.
There was an overlap as well of the stuff that we worked on with them. Sort of like that, those that do not double album and that.
Is that all the live stuff?
Yeah, and they were changing, they were going through big things. And it wasn't very interesting.
How to Destroy Angels was a difficult track to do.
No. It's difficult to think about and formulate because we wanted to get it right and have it with a sort of mathematical precision at the core of it, so it would sound like it was some sort of improvised thing, but there's certain laws and little things that we wanted in that we made sure they were in.
There was some film on Channel 4 by some French fella, and it was like that. It's Jean Luc or something, like that his name was. And he was in the forest and he had all the gongs, 40 temple gongs all set up. And he was improvising on it all, and it was like How to Destroy Angels.
I haven't found out and I'll see it. I haven't seen that.
Like a professor type of...
Yeah. I think there's some really nice noises with it.
Not just that though, there's a lot in it. I don't know if I wrote before what it all meant, but that's old now, man.
There's bits in it like which make you startle you, make you jump in the beginning.
Well, we use bull roarers, those like the Aborigines use. They're using sexual initiation rites. They're big, you know what they are? Like huge, big flat sticks, or about 3 foot long, or maybe just like 6 inches long.
Why did you use swords in it?
Because of the sort of Mars, not Martian, so it is Martian. The military sort of aspect of Mars, God of War, that emphasised that sort of metal on it and conflict.
Why do you insist on shit?
I don't know, I think it's probably something terrible in my youth. Yeah, that started it off. I don't know what it was. But I think a lot of people are interested just because it's a sort of taboo subject. It's not the kind of thing you talk about in public really in general. So we thought it was interesting to expose people to
only the current sort of social views on it. I mean, the Romans used to shit in a big communal, like big troughs, and they obviously weren't embarrassed by it. It's sort of natural to them people just squat in the street in Morocco and shit, and they don't care less. It's only the sort of, Christianised West or whatever, I don't think particularly Christian, sort of Victorian West, what's valued as sort of, The English are always talking about boundaries, but anyway, first thing people say when they go out to breakfast.
And some of the tracks in the LP, there was all bits that couldn't be understood.
Yeah.
What were they supposed to mean?
They weren't deliberately like that, it's just that we wanted to put, like on Sue's Worker's birthday party, there were some recordings that we'd made when I was doing dirty stuff. And we just wanted to put them on because it would convey something of the real atmosphere that took place at the time. And it wasn't like addressing people with a particular message, it was just continuing the atmosphere. A little bit like we used to do with TG, but more refined and more sort of specialist, if you know what I mean. It wasn't so random. Yeah, when I used to put tapes on with TG, it always, the random element was important because it was part of the sort of creative thought, but with this it was more thought out.
I mean, with TG you weren't always that random because you always, had special tapes for sections.
Yeah, but
sort of controlled. Certain random.
So we weren't trying to be sort of obscure, it's just that that's the way the tapes happened to be, because we just had like tape recorder going and we were doing it.
It's good because people write in and say, oh, what does it say? I think it says so and so. Somebody else will hear something else.
Is that what people was doing, writing in, saying what it said? Is that why you put it in?
No, just because we wanted to make it stronger, make the atmosphere stronger.
Well, at the heart of it all, it's got loads of talking in as well.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And what we're saying there is, it meant something for the track.
What's the track about? The instrument?
Sort of feeling. Evocative. Dare say it's a dirty word. It's just suggestive of a lot of things, and that's why there is whispering which you can't quite hear. We're talking about a man-made photograph of Boris Blossom called Homage to the Marty the Star or something. I can't remember.
How did your work with Clinton Room come about?
Well, we've known it for a long time, we've been friends for ages, but it just seemed like a very good, interesting sort of combination. Because he's very different from us in a way. Very speedy and creative person. I think when speedy, more sort of moody.
He's a Mad Max junkie.
Yeah.
He calls himself, but that's his persona, he adopts all these sort of personas.
Is it difficult to work with?
Really, people might expect him to be.
Because he usually does stuff on his own, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't. When he works as Fetus, he always works on his own, or him and an engineer. But he does a hell of a lot of projects with other people, actually.
Does the stuff with Nurse Broom as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Did you learn?
I don't know if there's actually a real one we have, yeah. And Sonic Youth and Swans. We didn't produce the Swans, so we've worked. There's Matt Johnson from a lot of rubber.
Really?
That track on there stuff,
You're going to be doing any other stuff with him? That new LP?
The next record, yeah. Hopefully.
It's in New York.
You read things from your own life.
Isn't he back here doing interviews and that? Because I see him on the Sounds, did we?
No, that was just before he left.
Yeah, the quick burst of interviews.
For that Nail LP or something? Why do you think Scatology was a success? Selling
good.
loads?
Well, because I think that we've put a lot of effort into it. And a lot of...
It's about 10 months, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because while I was writing to you all the way through, it was like ages.
Titles and things.
That's the way we work. We always like to try and get whatever it is, if it's a record or a video or whatever, is, you know, perfect and filled with all different information and different things, and have exactly the right feeling and atmosphere that we want it to have. Sometimes it just takes a long time to get it perfect. And if you do take all that care in doing a thing, even if it's something that on the surface of it you wouldn't think, it's not sort of like what you'd expect to be successful particularly, because you didn't do any advertising and not very many people know who we are. So if you do put a lot of effort in something, people realise, and so they appreciate it.
It came at the right time, and it was good, you know, quality stood on its own. We didn't do any adverts for it, did we? No marketing was involved, unfortunately.
We was made up when it sold loads.
Well, it was.
We was glad it sold loads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been glad if it sold more.
Well, other people, I mean, it was good that it sold a lot of things, a lot of copies, which, obviously, but it's also, what was better was that nearly everybody that wrote in and everybody that we spoke to actually liked it, or liked something about it.
Appreciate it for things that we wanted them to, you know, or sort of they picked up on the sort of sincerity of it, which was more important than a lot of things.
And when we were in Psychic TV, I think that a lot of people just bought the records just because it was a trendy thing to have, or because, you know, they felt that they ought to have it. But I don't know if I don't remember many people actually writing in liking it particularly. I mean, some people wrote in and asked about Temple of Psychic Youth and everything.
How many records did Psychic TV sell?
Oh, not that many. I can't remember anything.
Yours sold, the Coil one sold more than it?
No, because it doesn't have the same distribution. I mean, for Psychic TV, the two records, one was on Warner Brothers and one was on CBS. And there was one of those records in like virtually every record shop in England. So they actually sold more that way.
But all their latest ones that they...
I've no idea.
I mean, they keep limiting them, don't they, to about 5,000 or whatever.
They go through Jungle and that, don't they?
Well, not anymore.
Supposed to be back on some bazaar or something.
No, why?
They had a little thing in Enemy saying the new single will come out in a couple of weeks at some bazaar. In the back.
I think that was a joke. I must have got someone's back up or something.
Has your involvement in pop groups, when you've been doing the videos, influenced you in any way?
Maybe a bit.
Influence does or that?
Use? Made you want more money to stick into projects?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to do things to make money, because otherwise you couldn't afford to do records and music, and you couldn't afford to live in a nice house and stuff like that. So you've got to sort of prostitute yourself a little bit. But at the same time, you can give, hopefully, if you're conscientious, you can give good value for money to the people as well. And I like doing videos because I like films anyway. I've always loved films. And I'd much rather, when I've come home, if I've been working or if I've had a hard day or whatever, I'd much rather come home and sit in front of the telly and watch a film than I would put on a record. I used to like records a lot, but there's not that many records I like anymore. So it's satisfying to me to work in videos, and I suppose just being in contact with people influences you, but it doesn't influence us musically. I mean, we don't make records like the people that I do videos for, because that's not really the kind of music we want to do. Someone else is doing that already.
How much do these charge for? Because I've seen figures like 50,000 and all that.
Yeah, sometimes videos
What does all the money do?
Sometimes. Well, if you get to get something on the TV, you have to use the sort of professional BBC, IBA standards. You've got to use all the really expensive equipment, and you've got to pay all the crew and everything union rates, which is like really a lot of money. And so that's very expensive. And there's also, if you have studio time and if you have different people to do props and make sets, and you know, if you want to shoot at night and you're outside and you have generators and big lights,
You get double the money after sort of 10 o'clock at night.
yeah. So it's just very expensive. I mean, it's quite easy to spend £1,000. Not to do it yourself.
How much do you make any? And your company get involved with?
Me personally, it varies. I mean, you can get. I mean, normally you get what seems to be like quite a large amount of money. Like for a video, I might make £1,000, and it might only take 2 weeks. So on one level, that seems like a lot, but on another level, in those 2 weeks, I've probably put in 200 hours work.
It was up till 5 o'clock last night.
I was up till 6:30 last night. Yeah.
What do you mix
around the clock.
Doing the editing, yeah. And so you're so knackered after 2 weeks, you've got to take 2 weeks off. So at the end of the day, I don't know.
Then you might have to take a plane and go and talk to Barry Gibb about something in Miami.
Whoever it is. So you get paid quite a lot, but at the same time, the work's much harder, and you have to take time to recover. And
Especially if you're sort of the linchpin of it.
Who comes up with the ideas?
Very, I do sometimes. Geff.
Did a group come up with any ideas?
Sometimes, yeah.
Very rarely.
Depends on how stupid they are.
And for Mark's new video, he came up with the idea.
Yeah.
Put this light on and use it.
I only got showed about once and said it didn't.
Mm.
Waiting to see it on top of the pops. It didn't come in.
But we've just done another one, and he's posted them after that, which works fine. I mean, sometimes groups have good ideas, sometimes I do that.
Where did your interest in Austin Spear come from?
To each other. And it's just so much. Tibet. Tibet. Where is Tibet? It's must be a spare picture on the wall now. And it's one of the last ones you did.
It's like the one with the panic cover in it.
Yeah, those are the same kind of fella, yeah.
Who did those? Who did the pictures?
A guy that died of AIDS.
Eddie Cairns, isn't it?
Yeah. He was a friend, sort of vague friend of ours who died of AIDS. He'd done some drawings for me a long time ago. So we thought we'd use those because it was all
Did
connected.
he die before or after?
Before we did the record, yeah.
He was going to do a portrait of us. And then by the time we got back to it, the building died.
What's happened with all that money that after panic?
We haven't seen.
We haven't actually had any money yet.
Because they pay like
6 months later.
sort of like.
But the money, I mean, when we get the money through, the profit will go to this charity against trust.
What will they do with it?
God knows.
They do counselling. They have a number you can phone up to find out about whether if your husband or something has got AIDS or somebody you work with, they give information about what it's safe to do and
Can you catch it off a bus seat and things like that?
toilet people. And they help people that have actually got AIDS. They help them because it's obviously not very nice to have a terminal disease.
All the papers have been putting black marks against everyone, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like the sun and all that.
It's really stupid. It just makes the situation worse because it makes people just feel really sort of A, guilty, and B, it makes, if you know somebody that's gay or something like that, it just makes it worse. It makes the whole situation worse.
There was that little kid in school and they all went out.
Oh, lots of, loads of, like 60 or more percent of haemophiliacs have got it because of the
I don't reckon they're all got it.
serum, yeah. So that's a hell of a lot of people. And it's often got children as well. That's the strangest thing.
Is there loads of it in America?
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people have the virus but don't have the disease. It's like you can get the actual virus, but it doesn't mean to say you're going to get sick. You know?
You still haven't worked out the relationship. They think the virus stays in your body until something triggers it off. And look at some sort of other illness.
He was digging up all that stuff like James Dean. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hollywood people.
30 years after his death.
I mean, it's not so. You don't hear about it in America because there's no panic there now because people have got over it and kind of cope with it. So very big Elizabeth Taylor galas to raise money. It's about time. It takes someone famous to get it.
Could you explain more about the panic sleeve notes?
Why have you read them?
Getting more detail on it.
It says it all there, if not too much, I think. 'Cause on our next album and that, we're not going to have all these detailed notes. There's,
Gives too much out, the over of your ideas.
yeah, well, it's that. But, you know,
And sometimes information helps the listener appreciate it or get more out of the music, and sometimes it just seems like it's a sort of gimmick or something like that. And with scatology, we wanted to have lots of information because people didn't really know what sort of thing we were interested in or who we were.
we wanted to come to like a book.
Yeah.
Put it on, yeah.
David Tibet said in his sound review there was Skitner ZTT packaging or something like that.
Well, somebody said, like, Beaver Cop, Chris Bond said in his review that it was like a ZTT. So.
I mean, that wasn't the only thing we were thinking about.
That's the last thing.
In the Sun yesterday I read about Prince Charles being the psychic prince
Yeah, it was good.
and into psychic surgery or something like that.
More for that. Yeah.
I think the British monarchy are rather good at it. They're like the royal family. They're all crazy. They're all a bit like the dog. They're all inbred, and they marry each other's cousins and stuff like that. It makes them all a bit weird, which I think is more interesting.
They're all completely crazy. Brilliant.
That News of Wales been having the same story over the last load of weeks. About it, that woman having an affair with a security fellow, Princess Anna or Margaret or something.
Princess Anne's what? Having an affair
With a security guard or something like that.
Prince Charles is supposed to be having an affair with half the mounted cavalry people. That's a really old one. And the Queen must be surrounded by gay.
That's very true.
That's what he called it, the Queen. That's loads of things like that.
How did the soundtrack for Derek Jam come about?
Well, we've known them for a long time ago. And
If you heard that Here track, and you really liked that, and you wanted to use that in the film, and then that never came about, and it was evolved as I was doing that soundtrack, because we knew the people in the film involved sort of when we were thinking about it.
When did you first meet him?
Derek.
yeah, a long time ago.
TD days and what?
Yeah.
He's been around for centuries.
Why did you do the cover version of Tainted Love?
Because it was what we shouldn't have done. Partly, a lot of people thought that when we first mentioned it to Jim and that, it sort of recoiled in horror. Steve was outraged.
It's the last thing you'd expect us to, people would have expected us to do, really.
Because what, we were like, Coil as the group were like the last people on Some Bizarre, or, you know, to enter that stable. And the first thing that Some Bizarre was known for, up in that compilation album, was the Painted Love, you know, that's how they sort of got everywhere. And so it was like digging up an old corpse.
Then usually,
In the enemy, he had that teaser and it was like a mentioned that he was doing Tainted Love and it was like, I thought it was like a skit at you.
well, it just goes to show that you don't always do what's expected.
John, you once mentioned in a letter that no one seems to take music far enough in an intelligent way, but clock deviated with the early stuff. What do you mean by intelligent?
What does intelligent mean? It's just anything I find inspiring and people. I mean, shallow music's so prevalent that anything slightly thought out, like Squishy Felicity, you know, that's nice, but there's a few people I think really transcend that. Like Neubatten on occasion, and some of Jim's stuff, and I mean, I particularly like early Clocker phases. That's like what I grew up with, you know. That's the first thing that really influenced me, and it still stands. I mean, it's only, you know, works on more levels than just entertainment.
Why did they go doing all commercial stuff?
I don't know, it's just what Ali wanted to do. It really is what he wanted to do, because he listens to sort of free jazz and things like pop and or things like that. And he wants to sort of get what he wanted. Greater exposure for you know, just mutate it. But now they're back to the anti-group, they're back to sort of early Clocker type stuff again.
Was the anti-group used to? Or you and Genesis Peerage and half of them or something? Because there was a bit of an outlet that you did some songs with two of their group. And Temple of Psychic Youth were going to release it.
You were in the anti-group. Yeah. And you didn't know about it. You know that bloke found that Robert Baker? Class of intercourse. You phoned up and said, am I here? And you said no. And I was. And there was that one with Robert Baker.
Oh, I know, yeah.
He used to be in Clocker Bay. He did a life in that. He was in the anti-group. With Abby.
Yeah.
And Abby Newton used to say, but the anti-group was you and Jan and Burglaw, Robert Baker, and a few closing members. And he could all that from something I wrote in a magazine years ago when I was still at school. It said the same thing. So it's been doing what I do in that sort of
Making things up as you go along.
yeah, making things up sort of before they happen, but usually they do happen.
Well, I was never in the anti-group as far as I know.
No, you do. So you were.
I read that the video for Tainted Love
Mm.
was getting in the Modern Art exhibition or something.
It was in a permanent collection. Oh my god.
The New York Museum of Modern Art.
Yeah.
So instead of having, you know, it's up there, stay around and all that.
How did you get in the collection?
They asked for it, apparently.
Did Steve open round showing them?
No, I think it was a wax map. You know, like in America they have what they call video pools, which sort of send out syndicated videos, copies of for you and distribute them. Something to do with that, and look through them all and show what they thought was best.
I read about you getting death threats, like when you was in Psychic TV. Did anyone try to carry them out?
Not to me. Someone tried to shoot us at New York airport once.
But you just smashed them in back if you tried anything.
We're nice people, we don't get involved.
We won't get away from that sort of thing and run. And then scream. Run.
It's like, on a tube, no, it was switched at Jen's Purge, had an axe in the door, waiting for, did he attack him?
What's that? I don't know.
It was switched when he said, people have been come round, threatening you with death, so he keeps an axe on the door ready,
Oh,
if anyone comes round.
Jen was always a focus of attention for those kind of crazy people, and in a way he encouraged it.
well, not intentionally. Not they ever did intentionally.
No, I think he did.
Is it because all,
I mean, appearing on television with an axe behind your door obviously is encouraging your appearance as sort of some kind of survivalist or something like that.
I think it's survivalist sort of imagery. But I'm sure it doesn't say, oh yes, I'm incredible, come and try it.
was it because all the adults' kids were getting involved with the temple psychic eve and all that?
We never, when I was there, did they have any sort of serious problem about it. A couple of times things were returned, but we tend to broken. But I don't think adults care about their kids.
See, last time I come down here, no one was in. There was all writing on the subways when you go past on the train. Thank you, Dad, and all that.
We went on a graffiti list.
How did you become involved in the contemporary music scene? How did you meet?
Well, I've known Jen for a long time, and Jen and Cozy. In about 1974 or something like that. And after a while, we were doing art performances in galleries and stuff. And we just got bored with doing that, so we said, why don't we do a group? So we did. And we started in about 1976 or something. Just doing sort of making noises and stuff, and then we did some gigs, and then we did a Saturday report.
You still in touch with Chris and Cozy?
Yeah, okay, very right to say.
What about you, John? I read about Stab Mental. How old was you when you did that?
17, I think. I think it was 17. But I was quite an early family for that sort of thing. It was like your first Clock of 8 and Lemon Kittens and all that sort of stuff.
How did you come interested in that kind of music?
Like things that will gravitate toward each other and realise that you don't like what's around you, so you search for something interesting.
What were all your mates into at that time? What music were they listening to?
Also adventure stuff like Alice Cooper, probably. One little less anyway.
What did you think of you doing your own magazine?
I don't really know. But really sort of thought to me. Well, I mean, the school, I got it printed out at school on their photocopy, and I had big problems over the stuff that was in it. You know, like the words like pride to intercourse as a group and things like that. I didn't like that, but I had to be gotten to get got paid for it.
Like with mine, there was all kids at college, 25, who'd been into Frog and Gristle, and me, 17, 18, doing a magazine, and couldn't believe it.
It's just people with initiative. Just get on with it regardless of what people say around them, you know, because it's what they feel they want to do, and that's really good. It sets you apart.
I'm the only one who I know who's into Coil, you know, the maiden. They're all into that Wham and all that, Ultravox and...
Why is that?
I don't know, it's on council estate and all that.
The women do better alive.
Yeah, but why not? Our house is not like a normal house in a housing estate.
Yeah?
Some people are just
Right.
some people are just more interesting than others. Not a bad thing.
Well, I don't find any redeeming qualities in wow whatsoever. Even if I pick on the worst sort of thinking group, I'm saying names, sort of modern group, just their stance is.
Probably because it's got nothing to do in the estates and they've got the discos in the estates. And that's all the music they play.
Interesting now, isn't it? It's not always their fault, they can't help it. It costs so much to sort of send off these records, but they just never get the things that, mention and all that, or they just never hear them. Basically the problem is they haven't heard about them.
The only shop that sells the kind of records in Liverpool is Probe. And that's up a dark back street.
That's where Pete Byrne used to work.
Yeah, people used to go in to see him behind the counter. So, all black and black contact lenses and everything. Seen them in 1981 or something.
Yeah. That's why I used to like them now.
There's a certain kind of person that will always seek out, go out of their way to go down the dark alleys and find those things. And they're just more, just... There's always going to be a proportion of people that are like that, and the majority of people are going to be satisfied with what they see on the telly.
I've ever seen them when I was about 14 and I shit myself to go up in there. They're all dark and everything. All punks and skinheads sitting around the steps.
That made it better, didn't it?
Still going, isn't it, bro? Still there.
He usually goes in there every now and then.
Doesn't work there anymore.
Stand round. Well, like Frankie goes to Hollywood, he used to stand around there as well.
Jane, whatever her name is. Casey.
No, Eric's was just up the back of it. Where he always playing.
Did you used to go there? I was too young then, wasn't you? I think he's really grown. He did live there. I don't know if he lives there now, but he's moved, isn't it? He lived there and he looked like that for ages. And he always had trouble. Stuck it out. People used to think he's a real worry.
He had that strong vocal on me.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like opera.
The only stuff he did was like psychedelic, like so.
Oh, that was quite good as well. There's so many faces that do not the same. He's had his nose done twice. All his teeth cut.
He threw the original band out along the way as well. And just got them because they dress up in the crazy image to go with him.
Because they did or because they didn't?
Because they didn't, so they got people who would. Like that Wayne Hussey, Sisters of Nature or something. He went on with it for a bit then. Pissed off some dude. He's had loads of plans to do the video on cable TV in America. We're going to do with the Coil stuff.
We do things when people ask us to do them, but you can't really do things just on the off chance that they'll take them, because it's quite expensive and it takes a lot of time, a lot of work. So you have to wait for people to ask you to do things, but whenever they do, we always do. We did a show about a month ago that was on last week, all the way across America, on just cable.
Some bizarre show in the studio.
About half an hour thing.
If we get commissioned and we get, I don't get any money for that. If we get commissioned and it's worthwhile, we'll do it. But like that video program, and people like that have said to us, will we do music for them? I'm just not interested because they're not interesting. And for the most part, I couldn't see anything. All this bullshit about doing it because it's a revolutionary new media and breaking down and things. And they just come up with a load of feedback video garbage, you know. Got a picture of a chair, flashes on, and then a picture of their dog.
You were just doing cut-up stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, it was absolutely meaningless cut-ups, you know. You could flick to the channels and get more meaning than an entire 10-minute short that they'd made.
And all the fellas who made them were all like same kind of people. 30-year-olds.
Pink t-shirt with a loose floppy jacket.
How did they make all their videos? Make all their money?
Haven't got any.
They all go to video college and that's
They all have complicated equipment standing behind them.
Well, that's probably where they got
Just
filmed.
pose.
Borrowed. Yeah.
They all do it on
Especially colleges, isn't it?
art college stuff. There was a couple of like filmmakers.
See the way they made it? The social worker looked worse than the bloody people that made it.
The usual paper trick.
Made them look all strange.
The usual thing, they always do that for the criminal, they do it for the sort of like Madonna, they love photos of Madonna just having got up or something.
I was just like that boy George was brilliant. Always printing photos of these people making them look as bad as possible.
You see that picture of Boy George, like this glove, like a chicken with a knife in, shot through a window like someone shot it over half a mile to get a little blurred photo of Boy George in the morning.
I don't have very much respect for the meat people.
Like when they show pictures of people who are dead, they're all like these knackered photos. Why don't they show them clearly or whatever?
Yeah.
Like he's interested in Dali.
Hundreds of reasons really. Not his art was probably the last of it. Just because he doesn't believe in he's a sort of like he considers himself a modern Renaissance man or something. He pushes himself as far as he can in every way. He's a really interesting person on a human level.
Supposed to be eccentric and everything.
And totally mad. He always says like the difference between me and a madman is that I'm not mad. And so he's got all the attributes of it, except he knows what he's doing. And there's one thing he says, he calls it the paranoid critical method, where he looks at things, and they're like trees. I mean, anyone can do it sometimes. Look at trees and you can change it into things, you know, like people or animals. He does it all the time.
Like a look on wallpaper.
Yeah,
Pattern,
that's
you can
why
pick
that.
patterns out of them.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why How to Destroy Angels have that cover on it. Because that's actually just a piece of our wall. You know, photographed and made red. But people have written in and said, oh, we saw the symbols in it. We saw certain animals. They're not there. So that's the sort of using your madness or using the, you know, like we said on the album, using the states of mind that people don't usually want to think about. They go beyond it and make a fuck of a lot of money out of it. He's one of the few people I know that draw a dream, but sort of like a month later and actually have a house built like it, you know, in the shape of a skull.
He's supposed to be living in a crazy house in the middle of nowhere in
Well, he lives
funny shape or something.
He's got a big house just near Barcelona in Central Port Liscia, where he lives. Well, that's where he used to live. It's a brilliant place. But
You've been there?
No. I mean, that's a private house. But, you know, he got burned. The big fire while he was there. Now, when his wife died, his wife used to live in this castle that he gave her. And after his wife died, he moved there for a while. Then he was in this fire, a candle set fire to his bedclothes. And he went to hospital, and now he's moved into a special Dali museum, Big Willis, where he was born. He lives in a tower above that. So he has got a brilliant house. He's got houses, he's got a thing called the egg room, like a huge great big dome, you know, with everything around it.
I got interested because when I was on the training scheme, some supervisor there gave me a book about him. And he was like a bit depressed all the time, but felt like me. He was a bit crazy. Divorcee, his wife left him and everything.
What did you think he was good? Sort of everything about it.
The only things I've seen was like his pictures. Because there was stuff sad to get all of like his books in there.
I've got about 80 of them upstairs.
His writing, isn't it?
Yeah. His writing's really the most interesting thing.
Then obscure like publishing, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of them, because he went about with these really rich art people, published them and there were only like 200 of them.
Their own foreign languages and everything.
Yeah, mostly French, a lot of French ones. Yes. He's a real bastard actually, Dario. He's like he got called a Nazi, total royalist. That was reported to Franco and everything. His wife and him didn't get on for ages. It's quite angry Cody. Just the individuality of him.
Really the only interesting thing in the surrealist.
Oh no, there's a lot of
like that.
interesting ones.
Max Ernst as well as collages.
Yeah, you like that stuff?
Some Man Ray photos as well.
Yeah. A lot of the surrealists, the best surrealists, never get known because they, a lot of the early ones got so pissed off with it that they actually kill themselves. Alright. Everybody doesn't sound like anything. Oh, brilliant. In a taxi, please. No. Yeah? Well, thanks again. He's standing right next to me. You got till 6 this morning doing it. Hang on, can you do Jane coffee?
Yeah, I mean, probably not there tomorrow.
Tomorrow? We'll do one tomorrow. Nobody's got one yet, have they? No. Well, Mark's going to get a copy, but he's got to okay it first. So he's going to take it round soon.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mark's there. Oh. Yeah, I'll answer Sleazy.
Hi. Mark, hi. How are you? Yes, very good. I've woken up now and I'm back in the London living. Yeah, back there.
Well, he can come round here.
But, what do you want to do? Do you want to come round and see how many days somewhere so you can have a look to say that the aircraft?
It'd be better if he came round here.
I think that anybody whose behaviour deviates from the mainstream is potentially interesting. And it's just one example of extreme deviation from the norm. It's not necessarily, doesn't mean to say that we approve or think what he did was right. It's just an interesting way. Just like you'd be interested in bag ladies or people that think they're Napoleon or whatever. It's interesting to see any sort of variation from the norm.
Well, what is the norm anyway? Yeah. Usually these people who get remembered are the ones who sort of, like Dali, monopolise on their eccentricities. They're sort of loonies, but they've got style.
What's that William Burroughs like? Who's missing?
That's funny that letter he sent me.
Did you say?
Did you ask him any questions?
Like how did he learn all the stuff he knows? By asking questions.
The world and that.
It's old. He's very old. Very widely travelled and he's seen
very wise.
I don't know if he is very wise. He's seen lots of things. Quite clever.
When you meet him, he's very, very polite and an old English gentleman with a grey suit, walking stick and that.
Yeah, he hangs around with all those Andy Warhol and all that.
He's great money, I think.
Because you see all the photos of him with people, I don't think he's got his close friends and then he gets sort of celebrities to come round for dinner. That always gets photographed. Get him in the paper.
Like they had him in the Sun.
Who they?
William Burroughs' birthday, because Sting was there and all that. And some shirt or something like that.
Little read and that all that. There's a close connection with all those people. I don't know about the connection with Sting. All that Warhol lot on that church.
Christopherson.
Yeah, Blondie.
What was he like when you mixed that industrial recordings LP? Because that Cozy Fanny Tutti said an incident happened or something while he was editing it.
Which one?
Nothing came now but the recordings.
Load of those phones.
It was interesting. I mean, it was nothing out of the ordinary for us weird people. It was good fun. I mean, I think all of the stuff that he did was very interesting. You know, to go into it, it's nice to be able to listen to all his tapes. We listen to hours and hours of tapes. The shoeboxes full of cassettes that were coming from it.
What?
Oh, it was really good.
How come it took you 7 years to get hold of the tapes or something like that?
We didn't have the opportunity or enough money to be able to go to my country.
He said he's going dancing.
I did a little interview with that Allen Ginsberg when he came over to do some poems and he did.
You did an interview, didn't you?
He's doing in Western Wales and when he'll finish it, he'll die or something. He'll kick the bucket and be okay. What do you mean he'll be okay?
You reckon he's got it all worked
Dead. So when he's finished it and he dies, he lives again somewhere else or something.
I believe so, yeah. Incarnation, that's what the last book's about. What he's calling that book. It's about like a road map of behaviour. A journey through the place where you go after you despair. I've got something with you, I've done that. First 5 minutes after that. Do that. What? In fact, what? Okay, we'll do the video.
When are you going to start working in your LP?
It started already.
We started there, but we won't be a long time before we finish.
What songs have you started to do?
But
As usual, we've got loads of sounds we want to use and we've recorded some backing and got loads of ideas.
What are they about, the songs you've done so far?
Generally, they're similar to scatology. They're not a year apart, but they're vaguely. They're not disco or anything, you know.
You mentioned on the phone about some cover version you're doing by the Poppy Field or something like that.
No, there's a song called, I'm not sure if it's Endless Sleep or Endless Deep, or it's a group called the Poppy Family. Sweet Stick, but I've only heard it when I was little, but I remember it so well and how it's good. Do you remember that song, Terry Shack? We had
Seasons in the Sun.
Yeah.
Remember that? Well, he was one of the Poppy family. He had that sort of morbid sort of top of the pop type song. Remember that Hello, This Is Journey? And that girl crashes and they leave her a message on the answer machine. It's like that, was brilliant.
We were the Poppy family.
Huh?
Some old American group.
Yeah, have you heard of them then? Yeah, they're Canadian actually. They all do these sort of songs, which are like love songs, but they're very sort of morbid. But I haven't got a copy of the record yet, so until we get one, we can't do it.
If anybody has any Poppy family records, we want them.
Yeah. Boyd Rice said he sent me the paper. He's roughly years at a time.
Okay.
He lives in Spun Ranch and things.
That's a security guard.
And take his record collection.
How come that Monty Casada has come back over here?
He's not, he's gone back
Gone
now.
back here?
Yeah.
Why did he come over?
And probably because Jen wanted him to.
No, he's Dixon and Naughty is Jean Bail. Got out of America. But he went back, so he got to all the... I don't think it was like he thought it would be.
Well, he came before one, for instance.
Never happy with everything.
How does he get them tapes out of those FBI archives?
What,
When you get those?
the Jim Jones stuff? It's like the Freedom of Information Act. In theory, every official document, isn't it? Is available to the public.
It couldn't work like that.
No, but the ones that they don't particularly want to get out, they make it available for like an hour. Something like that. And Monty saw an advert for this. The Jim Jones, all the transcripts of it, all the sort of information that was available for like 1 week or something. He managed to get a paper sending up to it. But he lived really close to the temple, and him and Boyd White broke in and nicked all the writing desks and all the paper and the pillows and things like that out there. So he was well into what was going on over.
Why he's interested in that Alfred Jerry?
For so many reasons he stood out in his own time. He's completely mad actually. Now for someone, whenever it was 1890, was to make an impact now, they have to be pretty impressive people then. Maybe not quite so much then, because any sort of abnormality is amplified now. Possibly now, but he was really good. He'd get totally out of his head on this absinthe, which is like made with alcohol, with poison alcohol.
You tried to get hold of any of that stuff?
Yeah,
So
it's illegal in France now. If you ever get into France, but you can't. A lot of the surrealists used to drink it. And all the sort of romantic poets. Sort of people who died really young in Dutch. And they always could drink it. You really fucked them up. There's stuff called wormwood in it. It's like really bitter, bright green. But you can't get it in France anymore. It's made illegal. So it's deadly poison. Well, people, another thing that is sort of the best thing, the really poisonous for you, that people actually take strychnine because it's supposed to be really, really strong speed, incredible speed that causes muscular spasms to go just a tiny bit too much.
I know, state now, the ice cream van's going around selling drugs.
Yeah, really?
Goes around in the day selling ice cream to little kids. It comes back when it's dark, sells the smack.
Maybe you're right about it, I believe, but...
Yeah, he was
You
putting it in
put it in
the
the salt at school.
Yeah, so they throw in the chips and everything. Well, sneaking in everything.
Right at the beginning,
It's just so widespread they can't.
There was a programme about it on the telly as well. About that state. You knew where they were to get them going. There's supposed to be all vigilante groups going down and getting them.
That's what we're doing in Dublin a lot. All blocks. I thought they threw all the furniture out of the window and took them downstairs.
They all have guns on the walls or something like that.
It's getting to a state where it's just, I can't imagine what the next step is.
You sell it for a couple of quid as well. So rubbishy stuff in it. What's that David Tibet doing in Nepal or whatever?
He's learning Tibetan. Learning Tibetan language. In Kathmandu, yeah.
Is he learning that for?
In the postcard market.
Is he going to become a recluse and live up a mountain or something?
So, I don't know. He's supposed to be there for a year, but now he might come back early, so he might actually stay there for a year. One thing he's supposed to be doing, I suppose, is recording, rituals and music, sending them back, and then there'll be a series of albums through the trade.
You got a recording of it?
It's like one big Walkman. I don't really know what he's doing.
What's happened with that Queen 93 thing of his?
What's happened to it? It's still going in Nepal.
Does he want to gigs at
Will he be involved with that nursery room anymore?
We actually said we might play a gig in Kathmandu. We'll go over there. We're good. Social event of the year. Apart from the slaughter of 8,000 lambs or whatever.
What was it like touring, going all over the world, like when you was with Psychic TV?
How?
Didn't you meet any interesting people?
No, you meet really boring people, tedious people.
Some of them are interesting, but most of them are.
No, Iceland, Hilmar or something like that?
Hilmar. I thought he was really nice, but...
So he was a magician or something like that?
Yeah. That's interesting about him. I think I don't see him anymore. I don't know if he's crazy.
He said something like he got killing Joker to go over to Iceland or something.
No, they went over there and got rid of them. They got real pain. Started making those platforms. They threatened them when they went. They got scared. Well, we only met them when we were over there, really, didn't we? It was very nice. They were very nice. They were really, really independent. They actually practiced so-called paganism. They sort of worship the old gods and actually build big, huge wooden temples. And that's going on now. I found that really interesting. But Christianity's just a cover.
They showed some films of that in Pebble Mill, where it's all like becoming all modern, discos and all that.
It's a really nice place to go. You have to know people there, otherwise you can't get around.
You still got that song Boy in a Suitcase?
Probably. Okay.
What's that about? He had like a thought of where it'd be like an old William Burroughs type person with a little boy in a suitcase taking him out and see where he wants him.
Never thought of.
Is that what it's about?
No, we're in Morocco or something, and they're talking about this picture we've got of a boy We had the name before we had it. Just somebody said it in the car, and they said, oh, that's a good title for a song, really. That's like smuggling people through customs, I think, was the idea.
I thought it was like a freak, like a book of freak incidents. Kidnapping
Yeah,
kids or something.
They were chopped up and found it. A tiny little leather suitcase with these sort of neatly folded arms and legs.
Sure.
One time in the state,
Yeah.
a woman got made and cut up and stuck in the bin.
Right. Yeah.
When they were 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut her up and stuck in the bin a few years ago.
Goes on a hell of a lot. Someone in the sun today got chopped up by their wife in the bath. And then burned because she it looked like the remains of a Sunday dinner. They actually said.
What's that the spoiler about?
People's inbuilt destruction sort of syndrome. Like loads of people we know in London who have come down to London specifically from somewhere else to sort of live fast, die young, but it's sort of ludicrous. They're really nice people, they've got a lot of talent and things. Yet there's this inbuilt desire to destroy themselves.
That lost boy who wanted to dance with the Oblivion or something.
Yeah. And you see it, like I said back to Steve and Disco, you got to meet them in a club or something. The next day you hear that they're faking suicide. You knew this rent boy called Leon.
You mentioned him on the back of the cover, don't you?
Yeah.
Leon, wherever he is.
Yeah. That was really nice. And we met him through we did a magical ritual to meet him. So we had this sort of special link. And he came up to us and said, oh, I know you from somewhere, and it really worked. And anyway, he died of a drug overdose. And his friend came up to me in his disco. But that image sort of stuck in my mind. That spoiler being sort of half-written.
What was it about when it was dream photography? Could you send me
Sort of thing.
a lyric sheet?
Yeah. I've never quite seen that properly, so
I left some of the lyrics out as well.
Yeah, probably in the other song.
You got the Umatic?
We got 30 minutes after death.
Oh, what?
30 minutes after death.
5 minutes after death. I don't know about that, I know that the idea is, not volunteer what we're going to do. You've got to take like 7 hours to die. Like each organ dies slowly. And it's Tibetan Book of the Dead, like their sort of Bible in a way. Describes how the spirit, each part of the spirit on its way through stages where you might get lost and stuff like that.
Why are you always changing titles? Songs. CLP was the erotic form of hatred.
So I think some become more appropriate when you have to finally get it printed. That was a book called A Version, the erotic form of hatred.
Can we use the title again or something?
I might use the erotic form of hatred, but I don't know. I've only got a loading against titles that came from books that you could tell about,
How come you ended up being interested in all that, like, things that people say are weird? Like the boarding school thing or something?
You can't help yourself.
It's because, like, you went boarding school.
It's like you nurse the wound and things, You just do. And if you try and not like it, you get fucked up. You've got to go with what you can do feel right for you.
It's like, all I do is sit in the house and don't go out, do my business with the record. And there's no one around who's interested in that kind of
No,
stuff.
there probably are, It's just impossible to meet them, or almost impossible. Sort of, they where I used to live in Scotland, I used to live in the council estate in Scotland, and I was on a plane probably with the full glass out the window. I can't ever remember meeting anyone very close, but I used to get letters from people in Glasgow that were interested in the same sort of thing. Right. Because the case thing that I was saying is if they don't know about them, if they haven't been given an alternative, they just stay with what they've got.
How come your records got reviewed like in the first week it was released? And if I sent my compilation LP to review it, it takes months for it to appear or something?
Not that they wouldn't think yours was, but we've got, like a record family of sorts. We knew the people who sent it, they actually know them, I hope it helps. They've been expecting it, 3 months. We had a tape for 2 months, and we got the record, they'd already written it a month ago.
What's you doing with that Some Bizarre label?
Well, first and foremost, we're friends with all the people there. That's why we stay. I like what we do, and Sleazy works with them another way. But we're on K422, which is Rob Collins' label. And they release what we send, so that's so far.
What's going to be the next release, the LP when you do?
We got a new one.
I'll do an LP and storage again.
The devil.
Double album.
Both of them.
Yeah, whole sleeve.
What's that Fetus thing, a box set with a t-shirt in it?
These are excellent.
It's just a box, isn't it?
Yeah, a t-shirt.
And what did that order on purpose?
Yeah.
They did 312 in the box.
It's a box that's got the 12 inches in here, so it goes to 4.
It's about $7.50 as well, I think.
What is the box?
Yeah, mail.
I've seen that really thing. I won't pay $7. We get a t-shirt. The t-shirt's a lot of money.
Oh, she says no, that's fine, huh?
You're still interested in the kind of things she was doing on Psychic TV, like with the Tibetan thing and all?
Yes. Yeah. It's not something we particularly sort of want to be known for, because we are known for it with Psychic TV. We've got new interest.
With the holophonic thing as well? You're going to be using that again?
I don't think anyone's going to be using that again, because we're trying to sort of research for the blind and that. Paul McCartney wanted to use it, and tried to actually guide the whole system from a huge amount of money. They didn't know the boat, they didn't like our album. They didn't like the copy. I'm going to do stuff all that paranormal. Okay. It's always good to sort of use the best stuff you possibly can. Especially when something like three-dimensional sound and stuff. It does work, but even if it didn't work, just the fact that you're pushing things like that.
What happened when you played it live?
Nothing else. So funny because people used to say, oh yeah, it really works on that track, and then pick on the one track that we didn't actually use it on. Funny stuff.
In that Subway magazine, Psychic TV interview, that all strange things happened in the recording studio. Is there
There was a real sort of strange people.
like with the Tibetan things? after the track disappeared and all that.
I think those things happen all the time. But if you've got a project on the go, it synchronises and it makes it more important then. But I don't think it's anything special. I don't think these things happen all the time, you just don't notice them. Unless it's when you fit into what you're doing at the time.
With the psychic TV news thing that was supposed to have, when he was doing the session, some Brian Jones recordings was supposed to come through or something. It's Hindi interview. They're just live. Is it like that rodent method or something like that?
The rodent, I suppose, all these things can never be proven. That's partly the attraction of them. I mean, he's supposed to have been exposed by certain people, and then again, people still believe that what he was doing was true. They reckon it could have been radio voices, radio Scandinavia or something. And you actually listen to the record that came with the book or any other recordings of it, and they could be saying anything. It could be just like a nursery rhyme over shortwave radio. It's what you think.
What was the Temple of Psychic Youth supposed to be? Originally? Because the building with all the information in it.
Originally it was just an idea that we had. But it got perverted.
We can't use perverted as a loaded word. Where else it got perverted? It's the Janet. And its true cause. But what it is now is back then. We didn't like what it turned into. I'm not quite sure, it was always a vague idea anyway. It was always, like I said, it never replaced, it was a state of mind. How vague can you get from that?
Think you'll ever get the building or whatever?
It's moved house. I don't know.
Has it gone backwards? Because like when they were on CBS they were near to getting money. And now they're on the little labels. Get a couple thousand for a record or something. How long do you see yourselves continuing to do the music for?
Another week. So we still get bored of it.
Yeah, as long as we got something interesting.
You know, men, William Burroughs type or something like that.
He writes lyrics for punk groups. Brian Dyson comes out with occasional jazz body behind. But they can do it. If we've got something interesting to say at that age, we might do it.
How come he's still living, that William Burroughs, or he was a junkie anyway?
Because he's still living.
Pickles.
I reckon he'd say it's because he's got his organ accumulator. Or he's got his friend's organ accumulator.
Little plastic heart and all that.
Huh?
Those. Plastic hearts or whatever.
Yeah. No, right. A special lyrics, but no organ accumulator.
That box.
Sitting
Wooden
in boxes.
boxes.
Yeah. Friend's got one of those, he goes and sits in it twice a week. Yeah.
I know it's very competitive.
We can do them now. They work, they really do work.
What are you supposed to do?
What is it supposed to do? I think it's
supposed to gather.
your organ.
But I thought that was nice with cosmic rays, isn't it? And concentrate them and make the body systems flow more stronger. That's what it does.
What's the dream machine?
The psychic massage.
A dream machine is a turntable with a light in the middle of it and sort of a piece of cardboard with holes in it, and as it spins round, you sit in front of it with your eyes closed, and then as the light strikes your eyelids at special frequencies, it causes vertical hallucinations and optical.
Use that, go up.
Yeah. I never actually had proper hallucinations, but you do get very weird sort of visual sensations. If you do it long enough, you're supposed actually to be able to see sort of
Natural landscape.
universal sort of
Yeah.
symbols.
It obviously works. I mean, it just scrambles your brain so, not just in a chaotic way, but in a quite precise way. Because it works because it triggers the light flashes from one eye and then the other. So one half of the brain is triggered before the other. It sets off something.
Were you just pleased with that enemy interview they did on you?
No, it feels wonderful.
The contents of it was alright, but just I mean, they never normally seem to get more than one page or anything.
How long did you talk to the fella for?
4 hours. It's not his fault. People that are competent writer are there. I'm probably the most sympathetic.
I've only like about 2 questions that you'd answered that he stuck in.
Yeah.
I don't think that was him, I think that was you.
But he obviously has to cut it down. Get it. Covers everything. Enemy are trying to be crossover and sort of do big pop stars like Madonna and Simon the Bomb now as well to get a crossover market. So people, even like big independent groups, like the Bad Seeds or something, doesn't really get very much anymore.
Well, give them a page that last Nick came to. Have you seen the state of the sounds? Like, we'll change its design through after writers out. Dave Henderson's got.
Is it really that?
Really?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he wrote it. That's totally Sleazy.
Yeah.
That's good. Now he wrote and said we were going to do a compilation. I said no. But we had been a hit. As we hit the bottom.
He was the only one writing about the like weird type music going.
Even if he does wear camouflage jumpsuit.
Well,
How British is he doing them?
how old are all those writers? About 35 or something? Or is that right about the music?
Late 20s.
Early. That's early 20s. No. No, I don't know.
Late 20s is probably not mine. He does a lot of that. Sounds kind of
Obligations.
He's supposed to be into the occult or something, isn't he?
Sounded it, yeah. I think it's Sherlock Holmes. He really
Or
does think
walking
he's
stick or
got-
something.
Is that not Sunset? Is it Sunset More? I thought he was a vicar. Is it Sunset More? Yeah, I think it's Sunset More is that was really right. What's it in the market? Sherlock Holmes.
What happens to that Alistair Crowley LP that was going to come out, like Couldn't 93? The Couldn't 93 had half the LP. Alistair Crowley recordings on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know. The vet said it was still going ahead. And then it never did.
What happened to that Couldn't 93 performance with Steve Ignorant?
Yeah, the mental bit really. We went everywhere.
What caused it?
Gordon.
Everyone had banners complaining about it and all.
There was a demonstration outside, and they weren't actually going to let us in the city boundaries. Because, you know, it was like a medieval concept, you know, sort of greasers at the gates and turn his back on us. I mean, Nico had played there. That's why I suggested it, you know, because I've heard Chief played there in the fall, I think they did. So I thought that'd be good to play in a metal band. So I thought it was an actual concert place.
It's been a strange atmosphere and
That'd be wonderful. The Cramps do it. In America they do it all the time. Imagine the Cramps playing to a metal. It'd be brilliant. So much potential.
there's a disco in our state, but in the community centre, there's like a lunatic centre where all the people who've been sent out to the mental lounge because they're okay now.
Yeah.
What do you think they are? And they all go in there and dance to all the disco records. They're all baldy ones that go down terrorising the kids. And there's one's about 7 foot, and his mate's about 5 foot or something, 109.
I think they all should be in society like that unless they are actually sort of dangerous killers or something. Makes life more interesting. For them as well as us.
10 of them in the group playing around the estate.
Virgin Prunes would go about with people like that. They sort of like them. They had this man called Bob Elvis who sang cabaret ballads. And he couldn't sing at all, you know, he was like one of the incredibly bad singers. He was about 4 foot tall with a long orange hair and he used to carry a big knife. They would do a record of him.
What are the Virgin Prunes do now?
Just about to release a lot of stuff, I think. Like 2 albums worth and a couple of singles.
Did this? How come they haven't never moved to London or whatever?
Because they're only the Virgin Prunes when they're at home, you know. So they don't like anyone else.
It'd be too influenced for me.
I would hate it, they're sort of very sinister. No, yeah, they are a bit. Because they're so much like Dublin types, characters, you know. They couldn't really live anywhere else without changing drastically.
But what do people think of them?
I hate them a lot.
No.
It's mixed a
They
lot.
wear suspenders and all that, didn't they, on stage and all that?
Around in the street usually.
Really?
And Gavin stopped wearing dresses because he thought everyone expected it of him. So now he wears brilliant things now. So huge suits, yeah. And they're made out of curtain material, so it's a brilliant sort of big pink woven stuff.
Do you want to turn it off?